Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
Welcome back to another week of what's going on behind the scenes in Marbella right now. I'm delighted to introduce my first guest. He comes courtesy of Marie-Noël, the lovely Marie-Noël of Marie-Noël Communications. So lovely to meet new people in our community, particularly when they're doing something quite different. Instead of just going on holiday or renting an apartment, you can actually rent a luxurious home. And Luis Ponce of Marbella Mountain Resorts is here to tell us more about it. Luis, encantada conocerte. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Igualmente. Thank you for inviting me here.
It's my pleasure. Firstly, anyone that Marie-Noël finds interesting, I know that the rest of us will find interesting. Mm-hmm. And when I went through your website, it is quite different what you do. You're offering the enormous demand that there is to come and stay in Marbella without having to go necessarily to a hotel in these luxurious mansions that we have in our beautiful city. So congratulations on the concept.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
How did it come about? What's the idea behind suddenly just saying, let's do this?
Yeah, I mean, I think the vacation rentals has been there for a long time, but it's true that on the past years, I think it has evolved a lot. We had that picture in mind, you know, like 10 years ago when we started it, and we knew that this was going to become like a trend. And I mean, as you said, there are big houses that the owner are not using the whole year, so it was a great opportunity to fill, you know, those gaps and generate some income for the owner, and at the same time generate an amazing experience for clients, you know. So yeah, I think I come from hotel business, so I think I really mixed, you know, the vacation rental and the hospitality, and I merged it into my company, which is Marbella Mountain Resorts. We are basically providing like hotel-like services in a villa.
Which is why I think it's even more commendable, because you're taking on the task of a 5-6-star luxury hotel.
Absolutely.
And you're translating that into this independent services. So, I mean, I just can't begin to think of the headaches that can come up having to deal with it on an individual basis, as opposed to at least you've got someone for a group of people. So you have to be obviously well organized and understood the challenges before you started, as you say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this business, any other business, maybe yours also, is you have to like it, you know, and then it's a vocation you have, you know. If you like it and you have the experience and the knowledge, so I think everything flows. And for us, that is the best part, actually. We are, as I told you, we are hoteliers. My whole team comes from hotel business. So when we have some issues and trouble and the season start going up, it's when we really start enjoying our role, you know. And it's true, it's like having a hotel, but instead of having a hotel, we have a hotel split into different villas. We have
do you just cover the Costa del Marbella? Is it the Costa Sol? What area do you cover?
Yeah, we are pretty focused on Marbella, of course. And
so 27 kilometers of hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we need to have a few cars and some fuel, some extra costs for fuel, but and the teams are really flexible in terms of moving and attending different houses. But yeah, that is the reality. And then we have like a reception, so all our clients are calling to request their services, and we are pleased to
I liked it on the web when it has that you can have when people arrive, that they're personally greeted, personally assisted, unless they don't want to see anyone at all. Exactly. And then you offer this virtual assistance, but that they don't have to see anyone. Obviously, there must be all types of people who come to Marbella.
I mean, luxury, you know, when you have high-end clients, especially celebrities, you know, sometimes they don't want to be bothered at all. But actually, that idea came from the COVID. You know, during the COVID time, we couldn't really access to the house, and we couldn't run our business as usual. So we decided to launch that statement that somebody doesn't want to be bothered at all. We can provide any kind of services online and try to have the minimum impact on their privacy. So it's something that came from the COVID, but the luxury high-end clients appreciate. But this business, we try to make it different. We try, and that's why I came into this business and I created this company, because it's the one-to-one interaction that we really enjoy. You are in a hotel, there's many guests around, and you don't have time to connect to the guests. And in these businesses, I'm so grateful because you really have the chance to serve people, to connect with families, and make them happy. So.
No, it's a lovely concept, and also when you've got small children or even bigger children, having that space to be able to just live, as long as you don't have to do all the cooking and cleaning, which is obviously important. I would imagine also, similarly to the real estate and all the other tourist-based industries, that since COVID, a lot more people are coming here. And I imagine you must have seen an increase too of people, I can work from there just as well as I can work from, say, the UK or Norway or Sweden.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we created our company, Marbella Mountain Resorts, like 10 years ago. And we already seen that trend was there, But it's true that after COVID, that trend has accelerated and have consolidated. From the client's point of view, because it's something that now clients are requesting and they feel more comfortable with for different reasons. And then also the companies as mine, they are really consolidating and being more professionally. And there is also online platform, many new technological resources that we can use and grant access to different markets. So I think, from one side, the clients is now really seeing this niche market as a great option, and then the companies are really doing a great job. So
yeah, and also you get to sell as well properties. I imagine with the people coming to invest as well, you've really covered the whole circuit.
I pretty much focus on the hospitality and rentals. That is my expertise. It's true there are some clients who always, first of all rent and then they buy, but that is not my sector. If I have a client,
So it's like short-term rentals. What's the setup and as of what price? So those of us watching know whether they can even aspire to some of these mansions.
Yeah, we have different assets, depending on the number of rooms and depending on the season. The price can be different. We were talking about a price range between 3,000 and 9,000 per night. I know it can sound a little bit expensive, but...
No, everything's relative.
Everything's relative.
Everything's relative.
Hotels are selling rooms for really high price in high season. And then at the end of the day, it's a big house, 7 bedrooms, for example, and sometimes it's rented by 2 different families. So the cost is split into 2. So at the end of the day, I think it's a good deal.
It doesn't make sense. I'll take 2. Can you also rent out, say, for an event or something specific like that for a function? And
absolutely, yeah. We do a lot of weddings, of course. Not all houses are suitable for that. There are some houses who are bigger and they have the licenses and all the legal regulation in place. So, for example, we have one in Ronda. It has no music limitations, not all the houses are suitable for that. But of course we do. We do weddings and then also corporate events, We have the chance to organize a few really good events, for car launches, for example. And
so you have a good time with what you do?
Yeah, and then Netflix, for example, and film productions. I think you will enjoy that one.
I think I would too. Let me know the next time.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is really, all those film production companies looking for villas to record some content.
And are you a local boy as well? Are you from Marbella?
I was born in Córdoba. And then I left really early, really young, and I studied in Madrid in a boarding school, and then I came back to Marbella, actually, and I studied here in Le Roche. I don't know why I'm doing this, because Marbella is also there.
Yeah, but it's okay. I know what you mean. I'm with you.
I studied Le Roche Hotel Management School, and then from then onward, I started traveling the world. I went to New York, to London, Madrid, Barcelona, and then I decided to come back to Marbella. And
you had comparable You could see that everything else is great, but not quite as great as it is here.
Not quite great, Marbella.
We have it all.
I agree.
Including Marbella Mountain Resorts, renting you the most luxurious mansions in Marbella. Very impressive. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Luis, muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias.
Hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima. Don't go away. Back in a moment.
Hey, hey.
This week's show is one of those that I'm meeting a lot of guests thanks to other guests who've been on the programme previously. Today, thanks to Kate E. Hill, lovely children's fashion wear designer and entrepreneur in many different aspects, we're welcoming to the programme first Morten Olsen and then his wife Delia. There was always a great woman behind every great man. So we get to meet both of them today because they're here in Marbella introducing a brand new water. Yes, in Marbella. Healthy water. Pure Nordic water. So it's absolutely a pleasure, Morten, to welcome to the programme. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for coming.
Have you just arrived from Norway? You've been living in Marbella. Is this new?
We coming to Spain in June, and we was traveling around, and I've been in Spain many times, but this was my first time in Marbella, and that's the first time I'm traveling in this world. I never get homesick. I love Marbella, and that's the way we want to start up this company here.
So is this something that was in Norway and you're also now bringing here, or has this idea sprung, excuse the pun, has it sprung from being here, wanting to stay here and thinking this is a great way to combine the homeland?
I start up this thinking about oxy water since 2015, and it take a long time to come into this stage, and with my wife Delia Olsen, we start up from Norway in 2020 in February, and we are working very hard for these things, and we take desire we want to go into the place we can have very many contact, and the place we will love, and that was in Marbella.
Well, I can't agree with you more. And just by looking at the bottle, it looks very cosmopolitan, very Marbella chic. I mean, it's a very elegant bottle of water.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So the bottle is very special. What's special about the water itself?
The water itself is, you know about TDS, total dissolve. That's how much mineral, how much pure the water is. And this water, natural, coming from the mountain, upside from from Voss down to Dale, and we tap in the water in the sand tubes there, and it's natural water coming straight to the bottles with the pureness, with TDS between 2 and 4. It's very pure.
And what benefits for us does it make to have a very pure water as opposed to the water that's coming out our taps or from the normal bottled water that we would buy?
You can eat vegetables every day, or you can eat McDonald's every day, and then you can see what's happening with your body. The same with the water. You need pure water. The body is 70% of your body.
Yes.
70% is water. And it's very important to have pure water for the cell, for everything.
Obviously, to have this purity, it's a specialised water. You've got additional transports, the packaging. Can anyone afford to drink this water? I mean, I know we've just been talking to Luis Ponce with mansions to rent for 3,000 or 9,000 euros a day. I understand we're in a very privileged community. Is this just for the privileged at the moment?
One more time, please.
The water, is it expensive when it actually comes to be in the shops? Can we buy this? Is it just in hotels?
Oh yeah. This water you can buy in hotels, restaurant, also Horeca. in a bar, and you can also in special shops you can buy it, because this is super premium. It's not only the purest water in the world. No, I think it's very pure. It's oxygen in the water, and it's not 7-8. It's about 80 milligram per liter, and that is very good. Many people say that's very good for the health, and we can also buy the same water in cans. It's in half-liter cans. You can open and close it, and then it cost 10% of what this costs.
I was just thinking, because it's beautiful and it's wonderful, but if I was to drink that at home, perhaps I'd want to be able to refill the bottle, because obviously just the storage, and I wouldn't want to throw that bottle away. I wouldn't want to recycle it. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, that's what everybody say, and I understand that. So you can buy it in a restaurant, you can bring it home, and then you can go on the website in the future, and you can buy these bottles, or you can buy cans. And the cans is more cheaper to buy than this beautiful, elegant, majestic bottles.
Well, we all spend money on going to the gym and doing all kinds of things to keep ourselves healthy. And as you say, the majority of our body is made up of water. I would like to have the best water in my body, so I think it's a super concept. How long does it take before you notice the benefits?
The benefits is coming very quick. It's many different things can happen in the body, but you will feel you get more energy. You will. I know some people they talking about they have problem with migraine, because migraine that's make the blood here to going down and then up, and that's make the system migraine. So this water, they say, have very good effect for that.
So just purify the body, oxygenate the body, work from the inside out. Sounds like a plan. Now, I don't want to stop talking to you, but I do want our viewers to also meet the other half of Morten, lovely Delia, my mummy's name. So a lovely name, and I know that you've got an upcoming launch event, and perhaps Delia can tell us a bit about that. And I wish you the very best of luck, Morten.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you
nice
very
to
much.
See you.
And by the magic of television, ta-da, we now have Delia Olsen sitting in the chair, who's the other half of Morten, but both together doing this fabulous pure Nordic water. So congratulations, it sounds like a lovely project. You're not from Norway yourself.
Well, I'm not from Norway. I born myself in Romania, in Transylvania.
Exciting.
Yes. However, I grown up internationally. So my background is quite cosmopolitan. I lived a couple of years in Switzerland, Norway, London, and actually 16 years in Spain when I was 18, 19, so I was actually a teenager. And then eventually I came back here from Norway with my two beautiful kids and my husband, and created a very, very nice, operating our company actually here from Marbella. Marbella is a great, great business spot.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's so nice how so many people, capable people, decide to set up home here and then think, okay, let's make this work. You've got an event coming up on the 5th of May, which is kind of like the official launch. Tell us a little bit about the plans for the launch and then what you're expecting after that.
Yes, the plans for the launch are going very, very well. It's actually, we are pretty nervous too. We're working very hard. So actually in the company, working just me and Morten, we're filling all the gaps. So, and thanks Kate and Joe, they are behind us, and even Visible Central House, Caroline, that she's actually also supporting us in expanding marketing and etc. Now, in regard to product launch, we really want to push the product in the market, and this is a great tactics into how to get the audience know about the product. Obviously, there will be attendee between 200 300 people.
Wow,
most
big
of
party.
them. Yeah, there will be a very good party. So most of them, there will be a great influencer gathered by Kate and Joe. There will be obviously top entrepreneurs They have businesses around the world, so they can literally put our product and they can discuss in between the businesses where they can put the product. And we have a product for various market segmentations, such as cans. So this is on the go can, yeah. And this is quite suitable for athletic people and gym performance too. This is exactly what we want to do to add extra oxygenated bubble into cans, so it boosts the energy. And also I see this very, very good advantage for athletes, okay? And I'm pretty sure, I have no doubt we're going to rock and roll the world with this beverage.
I think so too. And I think, as I was saying to your husband, we have mansions here that rent out a day for €9,000. I'm sure that's exactly the type of water they would want their guests to receive. So we'll have to put you guys together. Sounds very exciting.
Yes.
And I do think you're saying athletes and a lot of people could do with that extra energy, but just everyday people keeping up with all the events in Marbella could do with having just to be one's best self. There's a lot of talk lately about oxygenating the blood, oxygenating the system.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to do that directly with the water we drink.
And what we figured out actually here in Spain itself, they don't, all the supermarkets like Mercadona, Supermarket, they don't even display premium products. I mean, premium water beverages. They have bio food, but not premium water. So every water, it comes in a plastic bottle, unfortunately.
But that's why we have Corte Inglés and other shops.
Yes, and shouldn't be, because every individual should be should afford to grab a glass of bottle of water, you know, instead of, because there is so many people that are very, very health consciousness when it's down to drinking, especially after COVID time. But I don't mind. It's a good gap for us, and then
exactly.
we want to
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So you're doing it, so everyone can buy it, and now there's no gap in the market. Perfect. I think that sums it up beautifully. Well, congratulations. We have to leave it there.
Thank you so much
for your event.
Yeah, we have very much pleasure to invite you at our product launching event.
Thank you. The day before my birthday. Yes. So it was a pre-birthday celebration with the purest water.
And that will be served also pure Nordic water. And then obviously you can test our water over that. So
wonderful.
Either
thank
in cans
so
and glass bottle.
Thank you so much, Delia. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Kate E. Hill, I love saying her name, lovely young lady who we're having on the programme very shortly, so watch this space. Thank you for introducing me to Morten and Delia, and so we could learn more about pure Nordic water. Don't go away, back in a moment.
When I'm the designated driver, I think it's only fair that I get to choose a zero-hero venue that rewards me with free soft drinks. My friends all get to choose and booze, and they feel safe going home with me. Make sure that you get your reward for being the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to?
Thanks to Pilar and her husband of Lima Comunicaciones y Eventos, that's communications and events, I went to the Boho Club Marbella for dinner, and it was absolutely delicious. Two wonderful chefs joined Diego at his restaurant to prepare a tasting menu. And I have to say, a lot of times I talk about the emperor in his new clothes when you go to these very exquisite restaurants, but that certainly wasn't the case. The food was fabulous, the service is amazing, and I really am very privileged to have been there, and I hope that you enjoy this little snippet of my evening. Bon appetit.
One. CRM. One.
I mentioned at the beginning of the program that this week was about introductions, people who know people who suggested they come to the program. And my next guest is no exception. Thanks to my fabulous Philip tutors, I'm welcoming today Tero to the program. I did manage to pronounce his surname when I read it, but I'm not going to risk it now without looking how it's spelled. But he's an amazingly intelligent human being. He's into AI, knows all about technology, and has a company called Costa Codes. I don't think it's kind of for me, but it might just be something that you're going to find very, very interesting. Tero, how lovely to meet you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
And thank you for waiting, because it's been a little bit of a wait today. We're running a little bit behind schedule. When I said it's something perhaps not for me, it's only because I am a technophobe. And my children just laugh at me whenever I have to do something. Or I change the channel on the television and I just can't get it back again to watch Netflix. And so I must be a very frustrating type of person for you. But you have a big public out there for what you've launched very recently, this Costa Codes.
Actually, it's costacoders.es.
Costa Coders?
Yes.
Right, because you are programmers and coders, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's actually an open community which I launched when I moved here in Spain. Because before Spain I lived 4 years in Zurich in Switzerland. So there was a very active kind of lots of activity in meetups in the software field and so on. So it was very easy to get to know people in the same profession and same competencies and different technologies and so on. So here there was significantly less activity in those kinds of things, much because I think meetup.com, which used to be a very lively platform for setting up meetups in different topics, they have changed their service to be cost-based for pay. So that kind of decimated all the activities there. So that's why I launched the costacoders.es site and a community, so that people, expats who speak English, especially in software field, can find each other and set up meetups and events and whatever. So it's very important for me to network with people, and it kind of enables us to bring out the strengths of each other and learn new things and maybe make some new stuff happen.
It sounds like something the Big Bang should have invented, like a really cool club for cool geeks. It's like that makes a lot of sense. I imagine socially and also professionally, to be able to talk with people that you understand their language, because it's a completely different language, and it's a language that I say I'm trying to understand as best as possible to my level. But you guys, I mean, you've grown up speaking these coding languages, programming, and obviously you're very talented at it. So it takes you, I imagine, down a very different path in life. What kind of jobs do you and your very talented coding friends end up doing? What's your place on the planet? I imagine a very important one right now.
I don't know about that, but certainly all our societies are based on information technology, progressively more every year. In software field, I actually started programming when I was 6 years old with Commodore 64. So since programming from those times forward, it has been in English mainly, or all the concepts and all the literature and all the publications and study books and tutorials, everything is in English. So it kind of gave me some sort of incentive to learn the language better and be more involved universally, globally in that sphere. So English is the lingua franca of the software field nowadays as well. So here it has actually a little bit prevented me from learning Spanish well, because it's very difficult to find circles where I would need Spanish language in the software field, because all software professionals they tend to speak English because all the content, everything is in English there.
With the new technological park opening in Malaga and Google coming to Malaga, this must be exciting for you because there are more people, I don't want to say like you, but with your similar interests and abilities that would seemingly be moving to this area. So that must be very good for your Costa Coders Club.
Yeah, it's certainly promising. So maybe we'll find lots of new connections there. Certainly, lots of Finnish people are also moving in the area, mostly in Fuengirola, but also in Benalmádena, where I live. So these large corporations, they have started their offices here. Of course, they have certain topics they focus on. For example, Google is focusing on cybersecurity here in Malaga and so on. But lots of other companies are also setting their bases here around Malaga. And it certainly has a good prospect of becoming a new Silicon Valley in Europe. At least the climate is very inviting.
Do you find the prospect, or not the prospect, the AI, the use of AI, the integration of AI, do you find it only inspirational and exciting, or is it worrying at the same time, understanding its ability to self-grow and educate?
Yes, certainly. So there are both sides of the coin. Certainly, in AI, it's a really powerful technology, and we really have to be sensible in how we use it. On the other hand, it's really important on the same line as inventing electricity or fire, even more so. So it's very transformative and will give us lots of new possibilities of redesigning our lives and maybe get spared of some burdens and labor in the future.
Yeah, I hope it's that way. I have to say, let's hope it's a positive future for us with AI. If you would like to talk more about it, this is your thing. You're into all the new technology, AI, coding. This is the person you want to contact to form a little community here locally so you can help each other, learn from each other, and go out for a couple of beers maybe as well.
Exactly. That's
Sound
exactly
like a plan?
what I'm
Did I get it right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're building the cool geeky club in Marbella. I say that. My daughter always said she was a cool geek. She loves studying, just loves learning. And so I say it with all the dear heart. And being one of the biggest fans of the Big Bang, I've learned so much about quantum physics and string theory, and then gone into look for it more and understand it better, because it's like when you approach it from an understandable, approachable way, it makes it easier. So thank you for speaking my language so I could understand what you were saying.
Yeah, thank you.
Tara, it's been an absolute pleasure. And Philip Tutors, yay, thank you so much. Always meet such amazing people. I don't know how, but that's what happens when you're an educator who wants to expand knowledge to the world. Thank you both very much, and I'll see you all in just a second. Don't go away.
Hey, hey.
Zero. Welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
We are at we are at
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
get to your heart. Let it
Hi guys, Kazatua is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
straight to your heart.
So here we are at Everest. Very cool.
Yeah.
Stickers going up.
Hi, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to Zero Hero, to Everest Fusion, to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
Joining me now is my CIT Marbella Guest of the Week. As you guys know, CIT Marbella is a business networking association, grouping together some of the most important companies on the Costa del Sol, and lots of little ones that are equally as important. It's very much a Spanish association, which is good because it gives you all the benefits of all the things that are going on in the government, all the different discounts and all the different monies you can get. Plus, of course, they make sure that everyone is well contacted to support one another. Hospiten is one of the members of CIT CIT Marbella, and today we're welcoming Dr. Patricia López, and she is, I was going to say an oral surgeon, but she's a maxillofacial something surgeon. Dr. Patricia, please forgive me.
Hi, so pleased to be here.
It's very nice to meet you,
Yeah,
Dr. Patricia. How lovely is that? Before we start talking about anything, can you say correctly your title and then explain the difference between just like the dentist and the surgeons? And
Okay, so in Spain, it's maxillofacial surgeon, which is a branch of medicine and surgery. It's not a type of dentist or anything. Here in Spain, it's that name, but it depends on the country. So in some countries, you have a head and neck surgeon, which would be like the most similar, I think. We do surgeries of face and neck. That's it. Also inside of the mouth and everything, but we are not dentists. It's a part of medicine.
I was actually, when I looked up to see if there was another way of, because I'd read it in Spanish, it was un cirujano de maxofilio, whatever. So I was like, okay, let me see what this is in English. And actually, when I looked that up, it's a very demanding career. You've got like 5 years of medicine, 5 years of dentistry kind of thing. I mean, you've been studying forever.
Oh yeah, it seems like forever actually, for sure. It's 6 years of medicine. Then 1 year you prepare this kind of whole big exam that we all doctors do in Spain to get like the certification of a specialty. So 6 years studying the career, then this year studying for this big exam. You take the exam, and it depends on your grades. You can get to one or another specialization. So if you want to do surgery, which is my case, you have to get really good grades actually, because it's so demanding. Yeah.
I mean, obviously one would hope that it's demanding and that only the best get through. This isn't like changing your tire. I mean, this is very much important to a lot of people, things that happen on your face and your neck.
For sure, for sure. Being a surgeon of the face, I think it's demanding and difficult because it's not like your arm or anything. It gives you like your whole personality. Everything is in your face. It's what everybody looks at first when they meet you. So people want it like perfect and will look at every tiny detail of all the surgeries you do. But for me, that's the most special thing about my job.
And why did you choose that speciality? What was it in particular?
Well, I love faces. I loved drawing and painting faces since I was a little kid. I love faces. I love people's faces. And I also love plastic surgery and aesthetic. And in this particular branch of the medicine, everything is plastic or aesthetic, because even if it's a tumor or a bone that it's been fractured, even in that cases, the aesthetic is super important. So for me, that was like challenging, but also really interesting.
So you could reconstruct perfection to people's faces. What kind of things have been the most traumatic for you, but I imagine at the same time the most rewarding?
Yeah. The more traumatic, the more rewarding afterwards. For me, one thing that I really, really like is reconstructing difficult wounds, like dog bites, for instance. Yeah, for me, that's one thing that it's really difficult and I really, really like, because it changes people's lives and it's like a tragic accident that you have, and it's quite common. I love dogs, actually.
I'm surprised that it's
I really
quite
love
common.
Dogs. Yeah, but it's quite common. Yeah, accidents of any kind are common, but these ones I've seen quite a lot. And I really like that, because they are really complex wounds and they alter the anatomy but also the function of your muscles and in your face. So for you to speak, eat, drink properly after this attack, you need a complex reconstruction, and that's what I like to do.
Right, because you have to take into consideration all the aspects: swallowing, breathing, the
everything.
Saliva, the teeth.
The most complex is this, that in the face, aesthetic and function go like hand in hand together, all times. So,
where were you from originally? Where were you born?
I was born in Madrid, but I've lived all of my childhood in Coruña, in the north, in Galicia. So it's a really beautiful place, but it's so rainy.
Yeah. But it's beautiful. It's like, for me, it's like England without the English kind of thing. Because you've got the beauty of England, but then you've got the Spanish people there, which is really nice.
Are you from England originally?
I am English. I am originally
great.
English.
It's really nice.
Andaluza por mozi.
So, like me. Yeah, because I love the weather here. I love living here, like the quality of life and the happiness and everything. But yeah, I'm Galician.
Did you come to be part of the Hospiten team, or had you already moved down here?
No, I moved here a couple of years ago because my husband is from here. So I first came visiting and I loved the place. And also I think it's good for my job because there's a lot of plastic and aesthetic surgery culture here. So I wanted also to explore that apart from all of the fractures and everything I told you about. So yeah, I came 2 years ago.
That is interesting for you to see what's going on, to see what you can use to enhance what you offer.
Yes.
Well, it's really quite a fascinating job, I have to say.
Thanks.
I hope that not too many people have to see you really, though, because I mean, it's like, is there any nice aspects of it in the sense, or does it always have to be an accident or a tragedy?
Yeah, the tragedies are a part, but there are a lot because car accidents, like car crashes and also big fights in clubs and everything, that's quite common. So you see those fractured bones and the wounds and also tumors in the face. You see that things which aren't...
All of this in Marbella, all of this in Hospiten here.
Yeah, of course.
Learning a lot about our city right now. It's like, roll your sleeves up. We're really getting behind the scenes now.
Yeah, there's some of that. But like in many, many places, you know, tragic things happen everywhere. So luckily there's some of us that like to fix that. And that's one branch. And the other branch is aesthetics, all about aesthetics, medicine and plastic surgery of face and neck. I do that. I only do faces because that's my training, face and neck, but we do the aesthetic part. You see all dermal fillers, Botox, everything you can do to prevent aging, enhance, you know, the facial features, and also the surgery, so lifting, blepharoplasty of the eyelids, autoplasty if your ears are like showing up. You see, we do all that things also.
Oh, interesting. My uncle had that done, having his ears pinned back.
Oh,
obviously a long time ago. I remember as a child finding it was quite traumatic, but I do see that he was happier afterwards.
Yes, the results are amazing.
Well, it's nice to know that you are so qualified, that if you want to do something aesthetically to your face, that there are major professionals, because I imagine when you're putting in fillers and things, you have to take into consideration nerve endings. It's more to just like filling it up.
Yes. Yes, I find that maybe because of Instagram and all this culture, people like go to get fillers done, like if you go to the hairdresser,
the nail salon,
or having your nails done, or that kind of things, and it's not like that. I mean, it's a minor procedure, it's really safe, but you have to be in good hands because there's everything underneath the skin. The skin is a barrier, but underneath the skin there are so many things like vessels, arteries, veins, nerves, everything. So for me, if I wanted to get something done, I would look it up and go to a good professional.
I think I would have to agree with that 100%. If I were to do anything, I would choose someone like Dr. Patricia López, because at least you know that out of all the eventualities, because obviously anything can happen at any surgery and any time you do any kind of intervention, but at least to have like the most preparation possible. So please do take it seriously when you have things done, because I know it is a fashion now, but we do need to take it seriously.
Yeah.
Encantadísima de conocerte. Thank you so much for your time.
It's been a pleasure.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. A real education, not just about the profession, but about the behind the scenes in Marbella. The dog bites, the fights. It's like it's all going
Everything
down.
can happen.
Anything can happen. But we've got the best professionals if that's the eventuality. So thank you very much. And thank you, CIT Marbella, for sending us yet another fabulous member of your association. It's been a pleasure. Don't go away. Back in a moment.
Hey. It's a brand new day.
Zero Hero, welcome to the Secret Garden. We welcome you.
It's a brand new. Hey, hey.
And for the grand finale of this week's programme, and a decade in the making, I am delighted to welcome to my programme Yanela Brooks, the Yanela Brooks. Yanela, literally 10 years in the making. How lovely to have you here at RTV Marbella.
Yes, I told you before, Nicole, it's amazing to be here with you. Yeah, I'm waiting for.
Yanela and I met in the Kempinski Hotel. You were the star feature attraction for years.
Yes.
And it was only when I went to work with iTalk Radio that I got to meet you and see your performances, but the presence that you have. I was just saying to you that this is very much a behind the scenes of the person, Yanela Brooks. But I just know, and I'm sure if I ask your mummy afterwards, you have always been this person. There is so much innate energy in you, so much raw talent, so much perfected talent. Is this how you were as a child? I mean, have you just always been the Yanela Brooks?
Well, first of all, I'm very familiar. Yeah, I think it wasn't possible to be who I am without my family, without my mom. You see, it's my passion, my family, especially my mom, who is very. She was with me since I was a child. When I started studying piano, and then my 4 careers into music, my mom all the time supporting me, and all my mentors, my teachers. And behind the scenes, Yanela is like very happy, usually very happy. Even if in fact, sometimes I'm not so happy, but I try because I'm very clear in this fact that we are here. We have only just one life, so we have to take advantage of it. And to share with the people, especially us artists. We share art, so art belongs to heart for me. So I'm a person with heart, with a big heart, and happiness comes from my heart, from the way I do my own art. All of it is all between, all together, heart, passion, and art.
And the support, obviously, of mummy, giving you that security, because I think that's something that is very inspirational in you, is that you let yourself shine, and you let yourself shine as brightly as you can. And I think a lot of people are scared to do that they don't dare take that step, and yet you are the living proof that by shining and being yourself, it takes you on some amazing journeys, and you've had some fabulous experiences in the last 10 years. My friend went to The Voice in Madrid, the first episode, the first edition of The Voice, La Voz in Spain. Mummy and you were there too, and that was so exciting. Your Proud Mary performance went viral. I mean, it's still commented. Let's just go from there. What was it like going from Little Fish superstar to suddenly, now that you're international superstar, but those first moments of receiving that enormous admiration, really, from so many people, so many talented people recognizing your talent?
Yeah. You know, Nicole, I think when you have the opportunity to participate at that kind of program, you don't have the idea. That's why, again, I have to tell you, it's only because it comes from my heart, to share these emotions, to share the way I feel music, to share the way I feel my compositions, and to share my whole career with the people. Because, sometimes people know you because you are here in Marbella, but my background is since I was a child, you see, and all the things I have today, all the feeling and the things I know in my career because somebody else giving to me. It's a gift from God. And it's like all these gifts people brought to me. So I think they are also my inspiration to following this it's like a vibe, you see, and inspired to the childs as well. I love childs, and inspire other generations as well. I think it's mandatory for me to do that.
You're like always learning because you're increasing all the things that you do. You play the piano beautifully. I mean, absolutely beautifully. You sing beautifully. You compose. You arrange. You produce. You dance. It's like you act. You do everything. Does each one bring something different to you? Do you find that there's a different buzz from each aspect of your career?
Well, I think the creativity I have is like I don't have a finish. I don't have the end. I just want to share what I feel, and I have the opportunity, and I've been very lucky to have so talented people around me. You see, teaching me, and I am very well alumna. ¿Cómo se dice? Alumna.
People.
Yeah, I'm very well.
You're a good learner.
Yes, all the time. I like to hear the others. You see, especially the others who have an enormous talent. Not from here, but all over the world. I had the opportunity to share stage with amazing, awesome artists and mentors, and this is what I admire from my career. You see, to have the opportunity to share all these feelings, all these vibes, and it's lovely. I can find the end. It's just like eternal.
Well, you could be sharing your energy, your time, your heart on the 21st of April, because you're performing at the Uniting the World charity event at the Puente Romano.
Yes.
So it's nice for you, I'm sure, to just be local, giving your stuff, and also for obviously good causes, that they're supporting great charities such as Kudeka, which is very worth it, in Dixa. So it's nice to perform. Are you looking forward to that? Because you're going to be sharing the scene with some lovely local talent. So you don't often get a chance to catch up, do you? I understand from artists, because you're always performing.
It's absolutely wonderful to participate in these causes, and I've been doing all my career. You see, Concordia, Kudeka, and concerts, and Rotary, and World Vision Gala, the party people, and Zagaleta sometimes, and it's for me, it's pleasure. It's a pleasure to participate in these causes, and at the same time to help others. I think all of us, we are here in life for doing that as well.
How can we, the people, participate in sharing your joy, your talent, your music? You've got several records out. So tell us a little bit about the music that we can download, listen to, and how we can know more about Yanela Brooks.
Yes. I invite all of you to follow me in my social media. Of course, Instagram, all verified accounts. And of course, you can download my music on Spotify, Yanela Brooks, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, everywhere. Yes, and let me know. YouTube score. You can let me know what you think about my music, and all of you are my inspiration as well.
Will you be staying in Marbella for a while now, or do you have plans to travel again?
Yes, of course, yes. Actually, I was doing a very nice collaboration with Olivier Valère, and now I have to start moving forward to my other compromises all over the world. I have to go to the United States. I have to go here in Europe sometimes with my new show. Part of my new show, you're going to see it in Puente Romano next Friday, 21st of April. And I'm so excited about it. In the United States, I'm going to have the biggest show with dancers and acrobatics and musicians, amazing musicians. I'm so excited. I'm working very hard for now because we have to prepare this. It's, this United States is like, wow, it's like, that audience is like, So I'm working very hard on it. And of course, I'm going to share time here also in Marbella and continue working with Puente Romano, other new places are coming up. For example, the flag with my good friend Rudiger Overk, which I was working in Kempinski for 4 years, you mentioned before, and it's going to be amazing. Also with Olivia and with all the private parties we do here. I'm doing here. Oh, sorry. And Marbella is home.
It's having a good time.
Marbella is home. Marbella is my life, and also have to go to Cuba to record my new album.
That was lovely. I was watching you with the Cuban Philharmonic Orchestra. That was very nice.
Very nice, very nice.
I love all your abilities, but piano for me is a special passion. And I could just listen to you play the piano. I mean, I love your shows, and they're dynamic, one-woman wonders. But for me particularly, when you play the piano, you have a special sensitivity. It's really, it's really a joy.
It's a fortune. It's a gift. It's a gift, even if you have to work very hard, because I studied since I was a child, of course, but you have to practice every day. Sometimes I can go with my friends. I can go out with my friends. They say, you can go. You never go. I can't. I have to study. You know, you have to practice every day to keep your fingers like moving.
Moving.
Yes, it's like that.
You're always moving. You're admirable. Thank you so much for your time, Yanela.
Thank you. I
love you. Looking forward to seeing you on the 21st. See if there's any last minute tickets available. If you missed it, go to Yanela's website. I'm sure you'll find out lots more on when she's performing. And thank you all for joining us for another week of Marbella. Now, as I said, the grand finale really was a grand finale. If you would like to watch recordings of the programme, you can do so from the RTV Marbella website. You can also watch it live from the website, or you go to my website, nicoleking.es, with links to RTV Marbella, also to my Marbella Moments weekly column in the Euro Weekly News, and as Zero Hero website, where all the restaurants and bars and hotels that support the designated driver, giving them free soft drinks, are listed. That's it for the moment. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. Y hasta la semana que viene. See you next week. Bye for now. Thanks, Chanel.
You'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna